So, how did Zymplr get its start?
Zymplr came about from a technology that my co-founder Abraham Kanikot and I were working on for the Department of Defense a few years back. That didn't pan out at that time, but we had that technology in our mind, and when all of the concussion information on football helmets in football came out, we wanted to apply that technology in this area.
Okay. So, how did you get your start at Zymplr?
Abu and I had worked together before on a previous successful startup, and in addition, I also have 15 years of CRM experience in both strategy and in processes and systems development. We find this particularly important for what we're going to do because in each industry where we're selling helmets and those materials, there are only a couple of individual manufacturers, so a strong relationship with each of them is going to be very important going forward.
And what does Zymplr do?
Zymplr has developed a technology that fits between the inner foam padding and the outer shell of a football helmet to reduce rotational forces by almost 90%. We intend to sell this foam padding to existing football helmet manufacturers in a B2B relationship.
So how does Zymplr create value in the market?
Let me start answering that question by a quote from Dr. Frank Cunidi, Director of the Florida Center for Headache and Sports Neurology. Biomechanics researchers have long understood that rotational forces, not linear forces, are responsible for serious brain damage, including concussions, brain injury complications, and brain plates. A linear impact concussion occurs when the force of the impact is in line with the center of mass of the head. Any impact that is off-center causes a spinning motion on the brain, and this, what we have found, is more prevalent. All of our competitors in the market right now address only the linear impact concussion.
So when you win your arts grant, what are you going to do with the money?
We plan to use the seed money for three things in particular. The first is to continue to fund our IP expansion. The second is to fund testing to prove that the reduction of force from our helmets can actually lead to a decreased risk of concussions, especially rotational concussions. And third, fund additional research with a particular doctor at the University of Alabama who has existing relationships with all of the football helmet manufacturers, which we think will allow us to prove independently that our helmet works and that it is the best technology available for today's helmets.